Hello, good night, everyone. Good night. My topic for tonight, and I hope everybody's doing good. The topic for tonight, the real reasons you haven't stepped into your next level. What are the real reasons you have not been able to step into your level of greatness, step into your level of abundance? We're going to talk about that, or those reasons tonight, because greatness is in all of us, right? We are all abundant beings, but most of us have not been able to tap into it. So mega help you to tap into it tonight. Okay. Um, what are some of the reasons why we haven't been able to tap into our next level, our great potential and the abundance that we have? Let me turn on slide. What are some of the reasons that we haven't been able, that it's causing us to not tap into it? If you feel like you are meant for more but you're not seeing it yet, this life is for you. Say you're meant for more. Say you're better than the situation that you're in. Say you're supposed to can get out of it and excel and go beyond, but for some reason you can't tap into it and you're not seeing it. Let me help you to tap into it tonight. Okay. We're not blaming circumstances tonight. We're getting honest about what's really holding you back. Right? What's really holding you back? Most people, right? And first of all, the number one reason that is holding people back from leveling up, tapping into their potential, living a life of abundance, is you are waiting to feel ready. You are waiting to feel ready to make a move. You are waiting to feel ready to make a decision. And you will never feel ready. The moment is always no. Always no, to tap into your potential and get to the next level. Right? There's no time frame that is better than the other. It's always going to be no. Your potential, your highest potential, is always waiting for you. It is always no, because that is who you truly are. So there's no timeline. There's nothing that says, all right, you can make a move now. Are you ready now? Whenever you decide in your mind for make the move, that is when you'll be ready. And you can make the move at any time. Right? Confidence does not come first. And most people think that you need to have the confidence first. No, you need to have that feeling, that inclination. Confidence is a result of you taking action. I remember when my mother did present this online business to me that I'm a part of, right? Online business that I talk about all the time, that has led me to retire at 35 years old from working as a caregiver ever since Milana Farin, right? I remember when my mother showed me this online business, I didn't feel ready. I didn't even know what it was about. But I wouldn't have been ready by just saying that I'm not ready and then saying that I am ready. You're ready after you take action and decide to, all right, I'm gonna try this thing and see how it work. Right? That is the only time you will ever be ready, when you actually take action. When you take action and decide that I am ready to take my life to the next level, I am ready and I am tired of the situation that I am in. I am ready and I want to do something else. I want to come out of the car when I work and go into the car where I work, the vehicle where I work, what can take me somewhere. Whenever you take action, that is when you will actually get the confidence that you need, get the information that you need, whatever it is that you feel like you're not ready, and whatever it is that you feel where you are wait upon, it will never come until you take action. Action always comes first. Always comes first. and then the confidence and everything come after. You are delaying your next level of abundance, your next level of achieving your goal, aspiration, your next level of coming out of the situation that you're in that is not serving you, that is causing you to feel stressed out, that is causing you to feel like you're not enough. You are delaying your next level by waiting for certainty. And that is the problem that most people face. They are waiting for a certainty moment that will allow them to say, all right, I'm ready. They are waiting for that evidence. And the evidence comes after you take action. The evidence always comes after you take action. And this is why a lot of us are getting involved in situations where we're being taken advantage of. Some persons are being scammed because you are being promised the evidence that is not necessarily guaranteed, right? Because they're promised, it's a promise. They're promising you something, right? You don't need no evidence for no say if you take the leap of faith in doing something that you want to do to better yourself. You don't need no evidence. You just need the willpower and to take the action. The willpower is you believing in yourself and understanding that, yes, if I do take action, this is going to happen, which it will. The laws of the universe, how they work, is based on your thoughts, right? What is it that you're telling yourself? If you tell yourself that you're not able to do it, you will not be able to do it. Even if you take action and you are still in doubt and disbelief, that is the reality that you will create, right? Because the free will that we all have to create the life that we want is based on what we think and what we do. What you think will cause you to take action based on what you are thinking. And then when you do that action, you will get the result based on what you were thinking. So if you are waiting for a moment to take action, it will not happen unless your mind tells you it is time to take action. And you should never wait on your mind to tell you to take action. Because if you are moving in fear and doubt, then you will never be ready to take action. The time is always now to take action. Because once you take action in whatever it is that your heart is set out to do, everything will fall into place after that based on the action that you take. That's how it works. The faith without the work is dead. Right? So you have to take action and line it up with your thoughts and know that whatever it is that you set out to achieve, you will achieve it. It is nothing is outside of you that you are looking for to help you to achieve whatever it is that you want. It is all inside of you. You create whatever reality you want based on what is within you. So if you are clogged up with fear, doubt, me no know, me can't, I never will, because that the somebody that did tell me 10 years ago. If you still have that in your mind and you're playing that out every single day, that is what is going to happen to you. And this is why a lot of us are struggling in life, because we tell ourselves and repeat like a broken record that me can't do this, me too whole, I cannot do this. I cannot go back to school. This is not meant for me. Me not tech savvy. Me not this. And all of this thing that you're telling you, that you're telling yourself, you are creating that reality by severing it into your mind. And when you are doing that, your actions will then create the result of what you are repeating in your head like a broken record. Right? So you have to, if you're afraid, just do it. If you are fearful of doing something that is set up on your heart that will allow you to embark on a different opportunity, just do it. Because that moment is never right until you decide to do it. That's why when you hear persons encouraging you and telling you to do something that you are afraid of doing that will help you, just do it, because the fear is just an illusion. Fear is not real. Fear is just a picture that you are painting, that your ego is saying to you, listen, your ego is doing its job by keeping you in the same place that you are in. It is not right and it's not wrong. It's doing its job of keeping you in that same position. So fear is always doing its job of keeping you in that same position that you are in. But when you move through fear, you transcend and move yourself into a different situation that will not create the reality that fear is creating. You have to understand this, because this is what will help you to move out of and do whatever it is that you have always wanted to do, no matter how it look, no matter what it is. Because you will never be able to create and achieve and do and have whatever it is that you want in the shallow. You have to go out in the deep. The deep is not necessarily scary, but it is different from the shallow. You get different results from the shallow. It might seem scary because it's not what you're used to. Doesn't mean that it's bad. It's not going to be what you're used to, but it will propel you to where you want to be. Right? So I didn't feel ready when I started this business, but I decided to move anyway, because I figured in my mind that I will never feel ready. I don't think people who are where they want to be in life, they felt as if you embark on a situation or an opportunity that you want to do, I don't think that the picture is always painted the way you expect it to. I don't think so. It never seems the way that you want it to be. It always looks a little bit distorted, but you move with faith anyway, because you know and you believe that I have to do it in order to get to where I want to be. Right? Question: what have you been putting off because you don't feel ready? I mean, I love you for think about this question. What have you been putting off because you don't feel ready? What is it that can benefit you, can help you, but you've been putting it off, you're procrastinating because you don't feel ready? Think about it. Right? Hi, Amber Nelly Boyce Burke. Hello, me. Nice to meet you. You are most welcome. I love to encourage people and let them know that the possibilities are endless, based on what they know, what they think, and taking action, because it's nothing outside of you that causes you to be where you are, if especially if you're not happy. People can say and do whatever they want, but then you have that willpower to create and do whatever you want to do, irrespective of what people say and what people do. Okay. So yes, think about it. What have you been putting off that you don't feel ready for? The next thing, you're still identifying with your old self. A lot of us are creating a life that we're living now with an old identity. Right? If you still see yourself as somebody who overwork, who is broke, who is confused, your action will match that. And then once your action matches what you're telling yourself, you will then create that reality. A lot of us, we tell ourselves, why me can't afford this, me can't pay for this, I am broke, me not have money to do this. You see opportunities that you want to take advantage of and you can't take advantage of it because you're telling yourself that you are not able to do it or you cannot afford it. And inadvertently, you're creating your own reality. You're creating your own reality by telling yourself that you are not able to do something. If you tell yourself that I can do this, even though you don't see the evidence will gravitate to you based on what you are thinking and saying. These are laws of the universe. Gravity is an invisible law of the universe, and there are many other laws of the universe that we don't know and we need to understand. One of them is what you tell yourself, meaning your thoughts. So if you tell yourself that you're broke, the universe or God, whatever it is that you believe in, the higher power will put in your position or reflect to you what you believe, because this is the free will that we all have. You have the free will to do what you want to do and live the life that you want. And you do that based on your thoughts. And your thoughts then create your action, and your action will then create the result. So if you're telling yourself that you can't do this, or I am broke, I don't have money to pay for this, I would love to get this house, but me can't afford it because it's not for people like me, the universe or the higher source is going to make sure that it is giving you exactly what you are thinking, because you are creating your life out of free will based on your thoughts. So what you can start doing is changing the way you think and change what you're telling yourself. If you see something nice when you want and you don't see the evidence financially to be able to pay for it, say to yourself, practice and say, I can pay for that, Me can pay for that. Me can get that. I can pay for it. Right? Start telling yourself that. Start saying those things when you see things. And you know what the universe will do? The universe will start to bring these opportunities to you. Do you know, if you want something, if you don't have the money for pay for it, somebody else can pay for it for you. Out of the blue, somebody can just come and pay for it for you. Or out of the blue, an opportunity will come where you come into some funds and you're able to pay for that very thing that you said that you would be able to pay for because you can afford it. There are endless possibilities to how things can work for you. And it all depends on the way you think and approach the situation. This is very important. You cannot live based on what you see. You have to live based on what you know. And if you don't know that the possibilities are endless of what you can achieve, then you are limiting yourself. You are limiting your potential, not understanding your true abundance. And then that will cause you to live in lack and scarcity. That will cause you to live broke, as what people say, limited to certain things, and you just live the same lifestyle and nothing not change. Create the life that you want based on what you're saying and how you are thinking. Right? So, no more, me broke, me confused, me can't afford this, me too old for do this. Change the way you say things. Your results, meaning the life that you're living now, any situation where you see yourself in a, no matter what situation is, and when I say situation, I mean where you are living, what you are doing, what kind of work you do, what kind of life you live. The results follow your identity. And your identity is what you're telling yourself. What are you saying when you see things? Your result or the life that you're living, it don't follow the desire that you want. So you can want certain things in life, but you won't have it because that is not what you are thinking. That is not how you are thinking. You tell yourself, say you want rich. I want to be abundant. I want to live a rich life. I want more money. The universe will start to put opportunities in your way that will help you to build a life of abundance, of success, of wealth. Right? And you have to be receptive to these opportunities. A lot of us want the wealth, we want the money, we want the riches, we want the lifestyle, but we are not receptive to the opportunities because we're not open to seeing the possibilities and they will come in many different ways. So if you're looking for it in one way, you're limiting the opportunity to come to you. You have to be receptive. And that is why you have to see things differently. Tell yourself things differently. Be open to the possibilities of things happening for you. If me did limit myself to home, me did I gonna end up retire at 35, earning from home, I would have still been on the job. I would have still been working paycheck to paycheck. I would still be working as a living aid, doing what I don't want to do, what I don't love, struggling, being miserable, because I limited myself to the opportunity. If you're looking for something, be open to the possibility of it coming to you. If you desire something, right, then start being open to how you start thinking differently so that you can match up with the desire that you want. If you are living a life that you don't want, it is because of the fact that you are living an old identity. So start to create a new identity. Talk about becoming the version of who you really want to be. Talk about the person, or talk about becoming the version of you who already has what you want. Don't be the person that talks about it in a way that you don't have it. Talk about the version of you that already has it. Right? Don't talk in a doubt and fear and me not have it, and boy, me not know how this gonna work out, and boy, me not see my way out of the situation. Yeah. If you say it like that, then you are always going to see that same thing that you're saying. The results of you not knowing how to come out of the situation are just always play out in front of you. You not seeing your way out is always going to play out in front of you. Your life is a mirror. Your thoughts create the reality. Right? So be more open, be more aware of how you are thinking, and speak the life that you want to live. This is not wishful thinking, no, this is law. This is actually the laws of the universe, are one of the laws of the universe. Speaking the reality that you want, seeing the reality that you want. Right? And this is also biblical. And a lot of us take, certain things for granted, or certain things that we have heard over time, but it's true. It is very, very much true. And I can attest to that. And you find a lot of this information in books too, talking about the laws of the universe, how things work, and how you can actually learn these laws and live it. It would take us to reprogram our mind, because we have learned a lot of things, and we think a certain way. And all we have to do is just change the way we think, practice. Because when you practice all of this, that is how you will come into thinking the way you want to think, thinking the way that you want, in terms of being the person that you want to be. If you want to be someone who is wealthy, who has a business, who has money, who don't need fair work all the time and can have money flowing into you, you can tell yourself that I am going to have opportunities coming to me, and you will have opportunities coming to you. Tell yourself that I am going to be more receptive to things working out my way. Things are always going to work for my good. I am going to embark upon opportunities. I am not going to be struggling for the rest of my life. I'm going to take advantage of things that will help me to be the best version of the self I want to be. And then you will start to be more receptive to opportunities coming your way. And if you are more receptive to opportunities, and you check out opportunities and you see ones that work for you, you will then tell yourself that I can afford this opportunity. I may not be able to afford it financially now, but I will be able to do this opportunity. And the opportunity will make its way to you. You don't know how, you don't need to worry about the how. God we take care of the how. You just know say it a go work out for you. This is the way that we need to talk and think in order to get what we want. You don't necessarily, and this is a misconception in the world that we live in now. You don't get what you want by physically doing things. And that is what we are doing now. We are working hard, we're living the 9 to 5, and you realize, say, you work 2, 3 job, you do the holiday, you do the day off, you do the weekend, you do the 14-hour shift, and you still I live paycheck to paycheck. You still at struggle for pay the mortgage. You still barely have time off, you can travel and see family. But I'm working very hard. Something is wrong with that. You don't work hard to get to where you want to be. You be the version of who you want in order to live the life that you want to live. I had to be the version of the person I wanted to be in order to live the life I wanted to live right now. It never have nothing to do with me working hard. Me did I work hard when me I work the 9 to 5 when me did I do the caregiving. But I had to shift. I had to take action and tell myself that I can do this. I don't know how, me don't know what exactly yet, but I can do it. And so me talking to myself and encouraging myself and seeing myself living the life that I wanted to live, which is to not work as for a caregiver for the rest of my life, I saw that, I took action, and that is what created my reality. You have to see yourself living the life that you want to live. You have to speak to yourself every single day and think the way you want to live in order for it to become a reality. It does not have anything to do with working hard. It not have not to do with scamming people and taking advantage of people, because you're only going to stay in one place when you do that. But when you create the reality that you want by your thoughts, then your actions, then you get the result. This is law, universal law. This is how the universe works, which is why anybody can utilize this law. Just like gravity, just like fire burn, that's a law, right? Okay, so next point, you're in survival mode. So for those who are joining and watching, we're talking about the reasons, the real reasons you haven't stepped into your next level. The first reason we talked about was you're waiting to feel ready. The second is you're still identifying with your old self or negative thoughts or old thoughts. The third reason is you're in survival mode. What does survival mode mean? I talk about this a few times. I talk about this a lot. Survival mode is you reacting instead of creating the reality that you want. Most of us are reacting to what's going on around us. Instead of us creating or doing or choosing. You don't choose. Most of us are not choosing the life that we want to live. We are only reacting. So you are reacting based on what's going on around you. You are stressed and you make fear-based decisions. Right? You don't think long term, you think right now. These are what it means. This is what it means to be living in survival mode. Most of us, we get up in the mornings, right? We get up in the mornings, we go straight, we get up for God work, we get the kids ready, make the breakfast or make the kids lunch. We're gonna work, we send the kids off to school, we're at work, we are reacting. This is us reacting. We are reacting based on what's going on outside. Go work, we come home, kids are home, you not get for do much in the night or the afternoon, and you do this all over again. You are reacting based on the fact that you need to work hard to create a life that you would want, right? You are stressed As a result of you being stressed, you react by making certain decisions. What does somebody who is stressed do? If you have bills and you can't pay the bills, you are stressed, and your stress level will cause you to react in different ways, right? You feel depressed, you feel sad, you might do something as a result of you feeling depressed and you feeling sad. You are reacting, right? You are reacting, and that is you being in survival mode. You don't have the option to choose the way that you want to live and what you want to do. You are only doing it based on the fact that you feel like you have to. And you're making fear-based decisions. You're working hard, you're working the 9 to 5, you're taking up another job because you are afraid that you will not be able to make the rent and you will live on the street. You're taking up another job because you probably feel like you need more money in order to do other things, right? You are in survival mode. And this is what keeps you stuck. Trying to work for the job, bills, exhaustion, keeping you stuck. Survival mode keeps you busy, not free. Survival mode keeps you very, very busy of working hard, trying to get things done, trying to be on top of everything, and it doesn't keep you free. You're not free. You don't have the option to be able to travel. You don't have the option to say you can take 1 week, 2 weeks off and have to worry about not getting paid. You don't have the option to choose to just think and be free and say you want to sit down and clear your mind, probably go to the beach, walk around. You don't have that option to choose because you're too busy. You're living in survival mode. You're reacting to what needs to be done based on you being stressed out and moving off of fear. You're not free. So you need a vehicle that allows you to shift out of survival mode. You need a vehicle that allows you to shift out of survival mode. Right? What do I mean by the vehicle? The vehicle can be taking advantage of an opportunity that can allow you to not stress about working a 9 to 5, but you have an opportunity that is working for you in the back, an online business as one, taking advantage of something that will allow you to reduce your hours and not having to worry about paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. That is the vehicle that most of us are in, but you need to get out of that vehicle and get into another vehicle. Because the vehicle that you are in is stuck, and it's causing you to live a life of fear, stress, doubt, exhaustion, right? Getting out of the vehicle and moving to something else that will shift you out of survival mode. What is the next point? You don't trust yourself. A lot of us don't trust ourselves. We don't believe in ourselves. We don't trust the decision that we make, or if we make a decision, you don't trust that it will work out for you. You overthink every single thing. And I know this because I have persons who would come to me and ask about the online business, and and it's okay to be skeptical and to ask questions. But at the end of the day, you have to trust yourself and take action and believe and know that it will work out for you. Overthinking is not going to help you to get out of the situation that you're in. Overthinking is what a busy mind does. A mind that is living in stress and survival mode, that cannot come to a decision and is not always thinking about the negative things that can happen, thinking about what's going on the outside, a busy, chaotic mind. So you don't trust your decision and you're overthinking everything. And then some people, they start and stop something. They don't follow it through. They don't see it through. Right? And these are points that a lot of people are constantly doing that is not allowing them to live their true abundant self. It's not that you don't have opportunities to take advantage of what can elevate you, and take it to the next level. You don't trust yourself to follow through with that opportunity. Opportunities are out there like nothing. Yes, just like how you have the opportunities, then the way out there we can scam you. But you do have opportunities out there that can benefit you. But we are very, 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 very doubtful. We don't trust the decision and we're overthinking everything. And be honest with yourself. How much time you start something and you stop? Think about it. How many times have you started something and you stopped? Or how many times you tried to do something and you overthink it? You overthink your way out of that opportunity. A lot of us, right? So that another point, you don't trust yourself. Next point, you're consuming more than you're executing, right? A lot of us, we watch things on social media, we save the posts. You're probably learning a few things, but you're not taking action. Remember, nothing changes unless you change. Nothing will change unless you finally take action. There is never a perfect time to be ready. The opportunity is always no. Always no. So a lot of us are watching the videos, we're saving the information, you're learning, but you're not taking action. Information does not change your life, execution does. Taking action is what will change your life all the time. And I learned that in my online business a lot. When we get information, and they share information with us that can allow us to propel our business, most of the time, some of us, we sit on the information and we don't execute it. Right? Whatever it is that you're learning on social media that you see where you want to, whatever it is, take advantage of it and execute it. Most of we don't need more knowledge about something. You just need movement, you just need action. Some of us are very stagnant. We have to be intentional about what we want. A lot of us are waiting for some kind of sign, some kind of miracle. Ain't no miracle in terms of you getting what you want. You just need to take action. Information is out there like crazy, but you have to take action. Right? The next point, you're afraid of being seen, judged. I will leap with that. That is a lot of us. Some of us don't want to do certain things, and it's not even things where go shame yourself or your family, but not wanting us to do certain things, especially on social media. And social media is the biggest thing right now that can allow you to take yourself to the next level, because it is information that is free. Most of we depend, we don't pay for social media. You're not paying for social media, but there are opportunities out there that you can utilize to change your life. And some of us are afraid to put ourselves out there because we're afraid that we're going to be judged. You're afraid to make a post. You're afraid of what people will say. You are afraid to fail publicly. Right? You're not stuck. You're hiding. You don't need to hide. A lot of us will get to the next level when we become or understand that our lives are a living testimony for a lot of people. Example, myself. I have heard a lot of people say to me that I have helped them in so many different ways. They can see, they share the journey with me in terms of them working as a caregiver, and them doing living, and even other persons in my business who are doing the same thing, and they're on the same journey, and they've gotten to the other side where they're no longer working hard. They're enjoying the financial freedom and the time freedom that they're getting from this business, and they're only able to see that it is possible for them because I am sharing my story. I could have said that I am afraid to share my story. I could have said that I am afraid what people will say or think. But then at the end of the day, me responsible for live the life that is meant for me, right? Because nobody can take care of me. Me have to take care of myself. And in sharing my story with others, I am helping other people to see the possibility of their potential, right? When you share your life journey and whatever it is that you're going through with other people, you are able to help people. Every single person, we're all connected to each other. And when you share time, not just sharing even money, when you share time with people, you are rewarded by the universe, you're rewarded by God, because you're sharing your time, your story with other people. Even if you're doing something and somebody see you fail and you rise up back and do something else, you are sharing with other people that you are resilient, that you are able to overcome whatever situation that you have been through. Right? So in other words, initially it was never a failure to begin with. Right? So enough of the hiding. Your next level requires visibility. In anything and everything that you want to do these days, you have to be visible. You can't be a silent partner, right? If you are embarking on an opportunity or you want to do something and anything that you do involves people, you have to be visible in some way, shape, or form. Unless you are okay with where you are not being seen, and most of the times, all the time, if you're doing that, you are not serving yourself, and you are settling for less than. Your power is in your visibility, right? The next point, you don't have the right environment. And this is an easy one, because not easy, but this is just a common one. You don't have the right environment. Most of us don't have the right environment to help with our mindset. We either have friends or we have family. We sow a seed of doubt and fear and mediocre. This kind of ties into the fear of being seen and judged, because most of we're in an environment where people talk down to we, right? If you keep company with people where always are knock down opportunities, you tell them about something and the first thing them do is they just mention something negative about it, and it just kind of throws you off, because you want to elevate yourself, you want to try something new, and say with you trying something is what will allow you to get out of the situation that you're in, because you are never comfortable with doing something different. It will always seem like a challenge because of something different. And you want to do something different. Because say with you doing something different, you will embark on something new and something that will get you further. But some people, you can't tell this, because they take every opportunity that they get to knock you down or knock out the idea. Right? Some people think them know everything. And this is why it is important to watch the company that we keep, or even watch what we are saying. If you have an idea and you want to do something, the best thing for do, and not tell nobody. If you want to know if it's the right thing for you, you can look into it, do your research, sit with it, and ask God or ask the universe, whatever, or the highest power, whatever it is that you believe in. Should I embark upon this opportunity? And then sit with it and see what you feel. How do you feel about it? Do you feel excited about it? Is it pulling you towards the opportunity even more? Is it showing up in your face or on social media or in your visual day after day? Do you feel confident about it? The signs will be there if you need some time to think about it. And you don't need to ask nobody nothing, because especially if you don't have the right people around you. If no one around you is growing, you stay the same. Guarantee. All if you want to grow and they not grow. The fact say you hang out with them, you're not going to grow. Iron sharpened iron. So automatically your crowd, show me your company and I'll show you who you are. That's a real thing, because whatever they have going on, you are automatically going to have the same thing going on, because the energy that they carry is what will influence you. That is why it is important to always get out of that environment. Yeah, I have one pack of strawberry in your refrigerator, and then one strawberry a mildew, and the next gets against the next strawberries. Guarantee that the rest of the strawberry them are eventually mildew. Guaranteed. That is a law. You well and know, say if you have the strawberry then beside it, if you not take out that one strawberry where mildew and dash it away, then you might as well just dash away the whole thing. Right? So if you are amongst people where you know you can't tell them everything, they are of no good influence. Is either you keep your mouth shut when you have an idea, you have something you want to embark on, or you move away from them. You don't grow as well in the same environment that keeps you comfortable. You don't. You just don't, because you're comfortable. You're not willing to take a chance. You're not willing to expand. You're not willing to see what's happening on the other side, what this opportunity can do for you. Once you are in the same environment and you are comfortable, you cannot grow. Similar to my online business, right? The community that we have in here, the mentorship and the guidance that we have in here, and the structure of this business is what allowed me to grow and become the woman I am today, the coach that I am today, the mentor that I am today, only because I am amongst like-minded people of sort. People who think the same way, who have high dreams, goals, and aspiration, but it's not in a way that you feel as if you're competing. It's not in a crab in a barrel mentality way, but in a way that is uplifting, and you are guided and you are nurtured. Resources and information are shared in this community. So use like you have no choice but to thrive in a community like that. That is the type of community that you want to be in. You want to be amongst persons who think big, think high, think the impossible, right? These are the type of persons that you want to be around. Persons who always have some ideas and willing to try them and see how it work. These are the type of people that you want to be around. That people that think positive and can say positive things and say that things are always possible, right? So it's not that you cannot reach your next level. I'm wrapping up here. You have all that you need within you to reach the next level, to do what you want to do, to embark upon the opportunity that you have. It is that something that is keeping you where you are. So it's not that you can't reach, it's something that is keeping you where you are right now, based on the points that I mentioned. So it's not you and there's something wrong with you. There's a reason. There's something that is keeping you where you are now. Right? If you are ready to step into your next level, all you have to do is take that leap of faith. Take that action. If you don't want to call it leap of faith, just take action. Take action on whatever opportunity that has been riding your mind for the longest time. Any opportunity that you see and it draw your attention and it's something that you want to do, Don't wait for ready. You're ready. Because the fact that it coming at your attention, it coming at your view, the visual, and you have that feeling of wanting to do it, that is the signal that you can do it. Because if I never something you want to do, it wouldn't talk to you, and you then just slip right across it. You then just ignore it because it's not speaking to you. But if it is speaking to you, that is enough for you to know that, yes, this is something that I can do. This is something that I want to do. And this is something that I will do. And then guess what? It naga up unless you finally do it. You can tell yourself and talk yourself and be positive about things, but the action always have to back it up. We live in an action universe. We don't live in a universe where we just sit down and think and talk and hope and wish. I mean, you can, but it not gonna happen. You have to take action in doing things that you want to do in order for things to happen for you. Some people wonder why they're living in the same situation that they're living in, and they have the best thoughts in terms of wishful thinking. I wish my life was different than it is now. I wish I wasn't in this situation. I wish I was doing better. I wish I was like this person. Well, you can. You are on the right track by thinking that it is possible. Or you're on the right track. Let me go back. You're on the right track by thinking what it is that you want and what it is that you don't want. But then, in order for you to create the reality of what it is that you do want, then you have to take the step towards what it is that you do want. It is not enough for you to think that way. You have to also take action towards it. If you are in a situation where you're working tirelessly and you're not happy with the job that you are in, you don't happy with the fact that you have to work so hard and you end up have to pick up a next job, it is not going to automatically stop if you intentionally feel as if you do need to do that. That is the vehicle that you are in. So, in order to get out of that vehicle of not wanting to work a 9 to 5 or not wanting to work two jobs, you have to shift by looking for an opportunity that can allow you to not work a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life or two 9 to 5s or long hours. When you shift, that is what will reduce the experience of you working a 9 to 5, right? Cause and effect. Actually taking action towards something that will allow you to reduce the result of the other thing that you don't want. It is simple, but it's going to be very challenging for most of us because we're so used to doing what we think will create the reality that we want. We left yard and come a foreign and sister working hard is not what makes the grass greener. We thought that's what it was, but it is not. It is really killing us. What makes the grass greener is you telling yourself that you can do something and taking advantage of an opportunity that will get you to the next level. And all the time, it's never a 9 to 5. It's always creating an opportunity if you have a business idea or taking advantage of an opportunity that already exists. Being in creative mode is what will get you out of survival mode. Survival mode is you just always in the rat race of trying to make ends meet, and you're like the hamster in the hamster wheel where I try connect where I try catch it still, and it's just still in the hamster wheel, right? You will not embark on your true potential of living the life that you want if you limit yourself by constantly doing what it is that you don't want. And I say this to say anybody who would like to change the reality that they're in and come into the new reality of living the life they want, simply reach out to me and ask me about my online business. Just like that. That would be you taking the first step into creating the life that you want. Ask about the opportunity that can grant you that. When you get the information and then you decide to take action, you are one step closer. You are one step closer to creating the reality that you want. Many persons in this online business have been able to create the reality that they want by embarking on this opportunity, and so can you, right? So anybody who is watching this live, message me, tell me that you're ready to level up, or just ask me what this online business is about, and I will share that information with you. Okay, simple as that, because it not get no easier than that. If you decide that you want to do something and you're filled with doubt and fear and skepticism and overthinking, you're not doing yourself a favor. You're doing yourself a favor when you embark on the opportunity and take the next step and just ask about it, and one thing will lead to the next. You're intentionally taking action to change your life. You have to, or else you're just going to stand still, right? So I hope this live was helpful. Again, if anybody is interested and wanting to level up, message me level up. Or if you're not a member for message me level up, just reach out to me about the online business and I will share the information with you. All right. Bless up yourselves, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your night or your day if you're watching the replay. And we talk to you again soon. One love.